Today on Crypto Channel Direct, OpenSea is under fire after more attacks. FTX wants to marry blockchain and gaming, while JP Morgan sets up in Decentraland. We also speak to Ranhammer at Orbs to get to the bottom of the issues in NFT adoption. I'm Claire Ross-Brown and welcome to CCD, where I'll be bringing you the news you need to know, powered by Concordium. OpenSea, arguably the world's most popular NFT marketplace, is again in the headlines this week. A hacker has managed to launch a phishing attack to steal potentially hundreds of NFTs worth around $1.7 million. And the company's CEO, Devin Finzer, confirmed that the hacker had tricked 17 victims into a phishing scam that authorized the transfer of their NFTs to the attacker for free. Finzer was adamant that it was a phishing attack rather than a true hack, which would be way more damaging to the company's reputation. And yet some users are maintaining that there are issues in the code leading to these exploits and hacks. Twitter user Jacob King rejected Finzer and OpenSea's phishing attack claim. He says that a flaw in their code led to one of the largest NFTs exploits in history. OpenSea has already suffered the burden of major success, and this is not the first time its users have been targeted, and complaints are rolling in. Individual tales of phishing scams have filtered through Twitter. One user said he lost all his digital art and called to help a few weeks back, and this led to OpenSea locking, basically freezing the tokens. Earlier this month, another user, Kodiak, woke up to find that his Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT had sold at a far below market value price. Again, not a first, as T-Baller on Twitter also felt the sting of this exploit on OpenSea in late January. Users who have suffered this undervalued exploit are even heading to the courts. A Texas man is suing OpenSea for $1 million over the same exploit that saw high-value NFTs, including his Bored Ape, sold for a fraction of their cost. But in light of the most recent phishing attack, OpenSea have taken a hardline approach to investigating the hack. They said on Twitter, "Our team has been working around the clock to investigate the specific details of this phishing attack. We haven't yet determined the exact source." Do you think that OpenSea is under threat as the world's leading NFT marketplace amid all these hacks, exploits, and issues? And does this show the dangers of mass adoption in the blockchain and crypto space? Let us know in the comments below. With us today, we have Ranhammer, the VP of Business Development at Orbs, to discuss a little bit more about what's happening with OpenSea. Ran, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you for having me.
Ran, I really want to ask about OpenSea because it's arguably the biggest NFT marketplace with huge mainstream adoption, but it's also facing numerous hacks and attacks and exploits. So what do you think that OpenSea, do you think it's actually risen to prominence too quickly and it can't handle the stresses of the Wild West crypto environment?
Right. So definitely the big story of 2021 is NFTs. NFTs have risen massively during 2021. And, OpenSea being the dominant platform where NFTs are traded is definitely, on the cutting edge or maybe even the bleeding edge of adoption of that technology. If you look back in January 2021, you actually only had $8 million monthly volume on OpenSea, and by January 2022, you had 5 billion in monthly volume. So yes, the rise has been crazy, and again, as the exchange that has the most volume, OpenSea did had quite a lot of issues. I think the biggest one was actually the downtime, just not being able to provide their services because the services are down, and also they did suffer hacks and exploits and a lot of different things. I think they are. So I think that's part of an emerging market. And that's how it is in crypto, and you kind of build this stuff as you go along. I think the team is actually trying to do better. They just raised $300 million in order to do that, and they are now migrating and upgrading their smart contracts. So I think we will see a more stable platform from OpenSea.
So what, in your opinion, do you think is the path that we need to take to see NFTs successfully integrated into the mainstream world?
So I think NFTs actually are, more than anything else in crypto, are integrated into the mainstream world. We're already seeing very, very big companies such as Adidas and Prada, Lamborghini, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Budweiser, NBA, even Nike. All these companies are already issuing NFTs or purchasing NFT projects or participating in this market. So we are seeing adoption, but this is really just the beginning. We'll have to see actual use cases of NFTs outside of cryptocurrency. We have to see it, as an actual consumer product. So I think that's where we'll see actual adoption.
Yeah. So with that in mind, what do you think? I mean, what does successful mainstream NFT adoption look like to you? And also I want to ask you, what is the missing piece to experiencing this reality?
Yeah, so I think, again, what NFTs brought to the table here is something that's very new, because until now you had, I think, two types in crypto. You had investment people, buying Bitcoin, trying to enjoy, the increase in value. And you had Ethereum developers, people who are in it for the code, for building decentralized applications. Now you have consumers who are consuming crypto, who are buying NFTs because they want them, because they want to utilize them on Twitter or as part of a group. So that's something that's new and very, very interesting. But still, you really need to think about NFTs as part of the general cryptocurrency industry and Web3. And in order to be able to really interact with that industry, you have to have some technical knowledge. You have to have blockchain wallets. You have to be able to use MetaMask. You have to understand smart contracts. And right now, the interface for that is not very easy to use. And I think that's a very big hurdle for mainstream adoption. Once we figure out a way better UI, we can onboard more people to the industry.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Thank you so much, Ran, for sharing your thoughts today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
FTX, one of the world's biggest crypto exchanges, is making a commitment to gaming. Headed by crypto's richest man, Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX is hoping its new gaming unit will encourage game publishers to embrace cryptocurrencies. FTX Gaming will offer a crypto-as-a-service platform, and this will allow gaming companies to launch tokens and offer support for NFTs. FTX believes gaming is an exciting use case for crypto, with a spokesperson saying there are 2 billion plus gamers in the world who have played with and collected digital items and can now also own them. The news about FTX's gaming unit was uncovered when a job posting was found. The post called for software developers for its upcoming blockchain and gaming unit. However, in November last year, FTX announced a $100 million GameFi ecosystem fund in partnership with Solana Ventures and Lightspeed Venture Partners. The GameFi ecosystem has become one of the key breakout use cases from the crypto industry in 2021. Major tech giants have started investing heavily in the evolving play-to-earn gaming ecosystem. Brett Harrison, president of FTX US, told The Verge that the company believes blockchain technology can build on existing game features. We believe that blockchain technology takes features of games that already exist, such as in-game avatars, skins, and rewards, and makes it possible for players to own, invest, and trade these items outside of the game. According to gaming statistics company Newzoo, the worldwide gaming sector generates well over $100 billion in annual revenue, and that amount is anticipated to surpass $200 billion in the next 2 years. If you're enjoying today's show, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the CCD channel for more weekly news updates. Finally, the largest bank in the United States, JP Morgan, has taken a massive step into the metaverse by opening the Onyx Lounge, a virtual lounge in Decentraland. JP Morgan is the first major bank to enter the metaverse, noting the mainstream adoption being driven by brands including Adidas and Nike. The bank hopes to capitalize on what it sees as a $1 trillion market opportunity. Since JP Morgan's launch of the JPM coin in the late 2020, it has acknowledged that the blockchain hype has moved past inflated expectations and is now commercially viable. In June 2021, the global bank announced that it's also keeping a very close eye on the DeFi sector. And then 2 months later, it began to offer Bitcoin investment exposure to its clients. The banking giant's crypto evolution to be part of the metaverse seems to be in direct contrast to notorious anti-Bitcoin CEO Jamie Dimon's initial stance towards this space. And in 2015, Dimon dismissed the digital currency's potential to survive in the long term. He claimed people were wasting their time. And in late 2017, he doubled down on his comments by saying, Bitcoin is worse than tulip bulbs. It won't end well. Somebody's going to get killed. And then he followed up by saying cryptocurrency is a fraud. In October 2021, Diamond added, I personally think that Bitcoin is worthless. And yet, despite these remarks, JP Morgan has built its own JPM coin cryptocurrency, created its own in-house Onyx crypto payment platform, and invested into DeFi offerings for its clients, and has now set up its Onyx lounge in Decentraland. What do you think that Jamie Dimon really stands for on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? Let us know in the comments below. So now let's go to learn with CCD and get a better understanding of Web 3.0. So Web 3.0 is the third generation of the internet where websites and application processes information through technologies such as machine learning, big data, and blockchain. Now with Web 3.0, data will be connected in a decentralized way as opposed to Web 2.0, where information is mostly stored in centralized sources. Data today is often manipulated and used without compensation to its creators. With Web 3.0, networks are designed to operate through decentralized protocols with artificial intelligence, blockchain technologies, and cryptocurrencies being key. The Web 3.0 technologies are designed to work together and even automate through smart contracts. Web 3.0 can power microtransactions, create censorship-resistant data storage, build decentralized finance, and create file-sharing applications. So Web 3.0 is basically the combination of multiple emerging technologies. Blockchain has a role to play, as does artificial intelligence. And with AI machines, you can read and decipher the meaning and emotions conveyed by data. This can then lead to the rise of intelligent machines and smart cities. The Web 3.0 further revolutionizes three-dimensional graphics technologies to create life-like virtual worlds such as the metaverse. The new internet will provide a more personal and customized browsing experience, a smarter and more human-like search assistant, and other benefits. Thank you for joining us on Crypto Channel Direct, powered by Concordium. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe by hitting the button below and let us know what you think. And we'll be back next week with the news that you need to know. Until then, I'm Claire Ross Brown. See you next time.